Japan wants to add themselves to the list of nations exploring the moon. Speaking of the moon, there's a lot of trash on the moon. How much human waste have we left up there? And finally, there is a planet out there in space that is trying to do a Yosemite Sam impression on the next Astronomy and Coffee. Hello everyone, welcome to Astronomy and Coffee for this Monday. What is the day? The 11th, I guess? Okay. So the very first thing I want to talk about here is, like I mentioned before, Japan has launched themselves into space. They want to explore the moon. Let's see what Japan is up to. Well, following the success of India's moon lander, but the crash of Russia's Luna 25, Japan is getting into the mix of things and has launched their own smart lander for investigating the moon, or SLIM. This is a small-scale mission that is accompanied by a new space observatory, and also their X-ray imaging and spectroscopy mission, which is XRISM for short. I guess they want to pronounce that CRISM, maybe? ZRISM? Let's go with CRISM. The CRISM carries a microcalorimeter. Yes, an instrument that is used to precisely measure the energies of incoming X-rays. Now, this is the fourth mission to do this, and it will hopefully be the first to return a report of success. Now, so what is all this stuff, and what are they trying to do with this? Well, CRISM, or ZRISM, will address key realms of X-ray astronomy. This will be measuring the properties of very hot gases and that clusters around galaxies. So measuring the very hot gas that clusters in galaxies. Now, this is going to help learn about the formation of these structures and these structures in space. Now, second, it will be measuring the effects of supermassive black holes in galaxies on the X-ray spectrum, the very hot gas that is spiraling into these black holes. Now, in addition, their lunar lander SLIM, if it is a success and a soft landing, this will make Japan the fifth nation to land on the moon behind the US, the former Soviet Union, China, and of course, now India. So if it does successfully land, this will be sometime next year. And the point of this landing is to demonstrate pinpoint landing and to touch down within a 100-meter ellipse. Now, also, speaking of the moon, if we are able to, if they're able to land on the moon, brings up the question of how much stuff is still on the moon. Now, we've been there in person, and we have landed many objects there. We've left cameras behind. We've left personal items like a toothbrush and stuff behind. We've also left some other things that not a lot of people have thought about, like a lot of bags of human waste. So how much of that is actually on the moon? Well, there is a lot of trash on the moon. Currently, there is around 96 bags of human waste on the moon. Now, did you know this? Now, of the 6 Apollo missions that have landed on the moon, the astronauts had to use the bathroom on their way to the moon. So they also had to leave their business on the surface of the moon as well. So yeah, we left a bunch of poo on the moon. And now scientists want to actually go back and check it out to see if there's anything living on it. Now, around 50% of the mass of feces is bacteria, and this represents about 1,000 plus species of microbes that live in your gut. But also, Russia's Luna 25 crashed on the moon's surface, and the new lander from India just arrived. So there's also defunct spacecraft, there are spent rocket boosters, there are items discarded from astronauts like a glove, there's a wrench, and there's a toothbrush like I mentioned a little while ago. Well, it's very unlikely that anything could survive on the moon, but microbes don't really require a lot of protection. So if microbial life can survive on the moon, even in a dormant state, it could mean that microbes can survive long stretches of time in the deep reaches of space, traveling between worlds, propagating life along the way. So, which brings me to the last thing I want to talk about. There is a planet out there around 950 light years away that is doing an impression of Yosemite Sam. It is blowing its top. It is losing its temper. It's too close to its star, and the star is just baking it and doing some interesting things to it. So let's find it over here. It is called HAT, or H-A-T, HAT P32b. And it is losing so much of its atmosphere. Let's leave Earth here and go to HAT 32b. Here we are at this planet here, orbiting the star. Let's speed up time a little bit here to see what it looks like. And you can see this little trail of helium getting blown off the planet. Now this is its atmosphere, and it is trailing. This is like a trail of gas. It trails off now. This is the largest structure yet known of an exoplanet, this little trail of gas here. And by the way, why is it called HAT, H-A-T? Why is it called that? Well, this is because it was discovered by the HAT telescope. And this is the Hungarian Automated Telescope Network. Now, this network has so far discovered around 134 exoplanets. So that is why it is named that. Now, anyway, the exoplanet is around 950 light years away from us, and it is popping its top. Now, it is known as a hot Jupiter, which is a gas giant similar to our own Jupiter, but with a radius twice as large. Now, it hugs very close to its star. It takes only about 2 days to make one orbit now. Scientists hope to find more planets like this, losing their atmosphere, and they want to discover how these planets evolve over time. And with that, we have our astronomy and coffee today. I still have my coffee here in my trusty Yeti mug, keeping it hot till at least noon. Very trusty. And again, I've mentioned this before, but we have just started our new Beautificus show in the planetarium. This show is brought to you and brought to us by the people that made Mesmerica. Let's just take a second here to actually watch the preview, the trailer, with the music involved to see what it looks like. Now imagine this over the entire dome, and you're sitting there over the entire dome. This is meant to invoke a sense of peace and calm and relaxation in your life for the time being there until you have to drive home. But check out this trailer. So yes, Beautifica is now showing in the planetarium on the weekend here. We have the next show is going to be on the 16th, and then followed by the 22nd, and then followed by the 30th. So go to LASM.org. There's going to be a Beautifica link on our site that will take you to the place where you can buy tickets online. This is a limited time engagement. So for the time being, get it while the getting's good. And with that, I salute you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your coffee. Have a wonderful rest of your week. And I will see you next Monday for another Astronomy and Coffee.